All right. Yup. I'm gonna have to say it. Those words you never want to hear. I'm late. Yep, I really am. I'm not gonna lie. Plenty of stuff happening in my personal life that I've just had to deal with, and coming back into work yesterday, it was an absolute mess. So there I was, just trying to get through all of that. And this run, to be fully honest, has been recorded for at least like 2 days. I just have not been able to get to do the commentary on it. So I'm very, very sorry for that. But yeah, here we are. We're going to do the Shelke lost chapter. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a huge fan of turn hoggers. I mean, I have used the Terra Yang, Terra Core, Wombo combo quite a few times in the past. But Shelke, to me, is extremely fun. And I thoroughly enjoy using her as a character. I think she's unique. I think her turn hogging abilities are definitely different than most of the other turn hoggers because, you know, she is using her AAs. She's just warping all over the place. She's actually just fun in general to get to play. So I absolutely was bringing Shelke. And is that Lulu? I ended up throwing 20 tickets at Lulu because I was at cap. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw a couple tickets at Lulu and see what happens. And I got Lulu in 20 tickets. So rip any luck I was possibly going to have on Sice. Honestly, I'll be fully transparent when I say this. I don't know as if there was anybody I was planning on really pulling this month other than Sice and Edge. I think those were the two LD characters that I kind of wanted, mainly because Sice, yeah, she has a scythe, and that's awesome. I think having a scythe is a really, really cool, fun gimmick, and yeah, I can't wait for her to drop because the Bard song for Sice is extremely fun for me. But Edge is a awesome LD only unit, so I can't wait for him too. But yeah, so the orb for this fight is to do fire damage, so that's why we use the Lulu call. So we're going to utilize that to the best of our abilities. And honestly, you can't do the Agrius cheese that we were able to do the first time around. They made sure that we couldn't do that. So you bet that if we could have, you guys would have seen Agrius here because I love Agrius. I think she's amazing. I still use her for fun runs every once in a while. To be honest, the first time I did this run, I actually brought full synergy and I beat it. And I did this because I wanted to do something somewhat different. I like to have different runs on the channel for people. So this was a fun, amusing run for me because it was just something slightly different. I was trying to have, different team comp, different things going on. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. One of the problems that you're going to notice in this burst phase is that I brought Raijin because I didn't know if the boss was going to get a turn, and I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't get nuked by that carpet bomb attack, which is the all attack. So these guys are going to launch, and I'm going to have to actually brave into some of these launches. However, we're going to cap mostly anyways, so when we do brave, we can do HP attacks. So for the most part, that's the plan. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to try and knock it down as much as we can. And let's be honest, this boss doesn't have the highest amount of health, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it keeps summoning that stupid little ad every 5 seconds that it's getting annoying. So we're just going to keep destroying the ad, and we're just going to keep hitting the main boss, and we're just going to knock it all the way down. And Eventually, we're going to finish this fight. Trish, however, I'm not going to lie, her damage is actually pretty damn decent. I think that she's not a bad green at all. I think if I have a 5/5 Ultima weapon for her, she'll be definitely even better. I think the other thing was I was kind of concerned throughout this fight that I was going to have to use that Raijin call and that the boss was going to get a turn. And spoiler alert, the boss never really gets a turn, so. Also, I think the other thing was with Shelke's turn hogging, at one point you're going to notice that I actively try not to turn hog with Shelke, which is why I thought that this thing was going to end up getting a turn, because you have Shelke that's doing moderately decent damage, but then you have Prish, who's doing massive damage. And why would you want to have Shelke doing damage when you could obviously have Prish doing all that damage? So that was one of the things that was definitely concerning in this run was, yes, I'm going to turn hog with Shelke, who has pretty decent damage. But yeah, you want to get, you absolutely want to get Prish in on this, and you want to get even Ramza, because Ramza's HP+++ is doing massive damage compared to the attacks that Shelke is doing. We're going to throw up that Lulu call so we get that fire enchant again, so that we can just kind of burn through the boss as quick as possible. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the fight in a nutshell. I don't think there's that much to have to explain. Obviously, yeah, we're gonna spam that LD because it's got massive amounts of damage, and we want to do as much damage as humanly possible to kill this thing as fast as possible now. And like I said, the one thing about Shelke is that you can use one of her skills, use her AA, use another skill, use another AA, and she will absolutely keep taking turns. The other thing is her LD now refreshes all of her skills and fills her EX to max, which is her best skill to use, to be fully honest. So using that LD, you can bring her back to full on her EX, and you're completely good. So we're in the home stretch of this fight. It's down to 12%, 17%. Rams is just gonna, do some damage. Prish is gonna do even more damage. And yeah, this fight was, it was definitely fun, because being able to do all this stuff was definitely unique and interesting. And like I said, I love Shelke's kit. I think it's fun and it's unique. And there's the win. So like I said, I'm very sorry for having been so late, but this was my second team. And as you see, it did better. So hopefully you guys had fun with this fight. Let me know who you guys ran. Maybe you used another big brain team that was absolutely awesome. Take care, guys.